As you can see around here, it's built up a bit. People have been giving me stuff, which I really appreciate. But I need to move some of it, so... Struggle. Okay, so back on with the comma. This is my 1968 comma PB. It used to be like a little motorhome, but the body rot away and it's ended up like this. But this is exactly how I want it. Now, if you've been following the shrew, you understand that's not a road car, it's just for a track car really. So I need something to carry around. And that's exactly what this comma is about. Before Christmas I put this 2 litre Triumph straight 6 engine in, and it's got a 35 Borg Warner on the back. So I'm going to whip this motor out today. I'm going to drop the sump and have a look under there, have a look at the mains and the big ends, see what's going on, see what it's like, and if it's good I'll put it back together again. While it's out, I'm going to weld all these engine mounts up to finish off this gearbox mount, and then I'll put the engine back in there and we're getting fired up, and that'll give me all the inspiration I need. Also this week, you can see the roof's in pretty poor condition. Now I whipped him off yesterday and had a look up there, and it's repairable, it's doable. So what I plan to do to stiffen this up a little bit today, I'm going to be bringing the cab back to about here, just so it clears all of this, and do the same the other side. Then I'll probably put a window up in there. I'm going to make a cover that comes over the back here, and then there's going to be a little door in there which you can open when you're driving along, or you can get through as you're driving along. I might make all of these panels removable, but for the minute what I'm going to do is make some sides up here. Right, I've made a bit of a template and it's going to do something like that, just following the edge. Then the cover that goes on it can lay down here, and it doesn't have to go in and out all these silly bends. Now I don't want to do this in softwood because it's a bit cheap and I don't like the look of it. The only other hardwood I've got is a lead of oak, so I'm going to pull some of that over here and see what we've got. Big lumps of oak, they're 6 inches. They're pretty hefty. And basically I've got to cut that out of it. It's a lovely day today. I'd love to have took the leaf down, but I don't think it would like all that oak hanging out of the cab. You old big fella. Hello mate. Hello mate. Look at him. Hello big fella. Hello. I'd love a cup of tea, mate. So here's Paul's yard. How long you been up here?
8 years.
8 years?
Yeah,
Jesus, where's the time going?
yeah, fuck knows, mate.
And what do you do, Paul?
So I build bespoke furniture. So at the moment we're building a, well I say we, mostly me on my own.
Yeah.
Building a kitchen, utility room, pantry and a boot room, all for one.
All bespoke?
All bespoke, yeah. So
Do you make all the doors and everything?
yeah, make all the doors. We're just doing that, yeah, we're just making carcasses at the moment and drawbars.
You like your walks then?
Yeah, just a few of them.
There's a line up going down here.
Yeah, changing drill bits is for losers. So this is where my hour a week goes into, my hobby, is my karting.
Ah, that looks a bit professional, mate.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very cool. What's the engine?
It's not on there at the moment.
Oh no, it's not.
In a box.
Is it over here usually?
Yeah, no, it's down here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on that. So that tape
Yeah.
is to stop it sliding.
And what engine is it?
It's just a 200cc GX, Honda GX. So they're not fast, but wherever on the grid has got the same engine,
Yeah.
and you're not allowed a brand new chassis. You're not allowed. I mean, this is quite fancy compared to a lot of people on the grid, because I almost enjoy building it as much as I do racing it.
But that's the same as that, mate. Exactly. Yeah. That's what it's about, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I'll get them out for you. They're all fancy.
Ooh.
Bead retainers and
I
stuff.
know why you like it, because you're in the cars as well.
Yeah.
What was it like? I love that square back you had. That's what you had.
Jetta.
Was it a Jetta?
Mark 1 Jetta, yeah.
With the holes in the wings and all that?
Yeah, it was fucked. Really
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's good. I've
Yeah,
got
it was 1979.
I forgot you were
Yeah.
building cars.
Yeah.
You like that bone mush, don't you? Sorry I brought you old shit that's been laying in my woods for...
Right, we've just got to try and make it flat.
I'm not worried if it's a little bit wiggly.
Yeah, it's more to cut it. Actually,
oh, okay.
Because we don't deal with much wobbliness.
Everything's wobbly in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean about the bow in that.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, look.
I can see it. It's about an inch, isn't it?
Just a bit.
Oh.
Well, it's not too bad, but we got sort of
10 mil?
Yeah, 8 mil there. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, it is bent, isn't it? How's it looking?
That's better.
That is better, isn't it? You get one square edge and run
surface.
everything off of that.
Once you've got one flat surface, what-ish, flat-ish surface.
You know what that's going to have on it, don't you?
Some froggy.
A bit of frog oil.
A bit of froggy on it. Don't judge me, other woodworky people. People would go mental.
No, it's fine.
You can't do that with your lovely big saw.
You're not allowed to do wood like this with this.
Oh yeah, you are. I'll do it once. It's my saw.
Oh man, look at that. That's
Yeah?
Blimey, mate.
That's not bad at all, is
That's
it?
pretty bloody good. Well, nice bit of wood to be wasted on a fence post, isn't it?
Was it a fence post?
Yeah, someone gave me these. Lovely bit of wood.
I really want to thickness it now, make it perfect.
Neil's arrived. How you doing, mate?
Hi.
Is the dog
Why
bullying
have you
you?
started shaking hands and not pumping?
Yeah, we can have a pump.
I've
because-
noticed that on your last video you keep shaking his hands.
Yeah, it was getting confusing because people...
No. Well, what's his face doesn't.
Yeah, it gets a bit all fucking, so just shaking. What Paul's doing is... What do you do with this job, right? Look at that. 50 mil. And that's
lovely.
dead flat now.
Yeah, she's, well, close enough for a fence post.
That looks good to me. Blind man would be pleased to see it.
See, it goes like this. See, it's straight,
Yeah.
and then it goes away. So we
Yeah.
want to go with that as much as possible.
You have seen my comma, Paul, haven't you?
Yeah,
this is going to be the
this is
straightest
the
part,
best
isn't
bit,
it?
isn't it?
There we go, look at that. That big ass post.
It was a post.
Lovely.
I'll go like the back way.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
You're more than welcome.
Really appreciate it, mate.
Anytime you like.
Really appreciate it. You happy now?
Lovely.
Well, look at that. Fair play to Paul. That's handy, wasn't it? Cutting that timber out.
Yeah.
He reckons that'd be worth 600 quid, plus the labour to cut it. And he's on £60 an hour.
And you're going to waste it on a comma.
Yeah, I'm going to waste it on the comment. Okay, we're back at mine. The timber looks gorgeous. He made a really, really nice job of them. I'll be attacking these tomorrow. I'm going to cut these down and get them fitted on the back. And then Paul's going to cut me one for the top, just to finish that off. And this is going to make it so I've got something to fix to, and it's sturdy it all up, and I can get it a bit waterproof. Now, to take the engine out, Mr. Brackett made this gantry to lift that big massive engine with, and if I chop it down, it'll fit straight on that bed.
I think I might have gone deaf now.
Neil's having a bit of a weld. He's not done any welding before, so I'm letting him have a little play.
Oh, I've done the wrong way around.
Okay, so the engine's out now. To save putting it on the engine stand and taking all the gearbox off, what I'm going to do is lift it up and come in from underneath. I was going to put it on the engine stand, but it's a bit of a kerfuffle, and
It's a right kerfuffle.
Neil suggested, why don't I just lift it up, and that's what I'm going to go with. Let's go and see what he's doing in there. There you go, look. That's Neil's first attempt at welding. Yeah, he's done a bit over there. Well done.
That's not so great.
No, but it's practice, mate. Anyone recognise that bit of timber? And if you do remember, I'm going to be doing the same on this truck as well. Right, let's get this oil out. What colour do you reckon it's going to be?
Black as your hat.
Black as your hat. Hopefully not creamy coloured. You ready?
Dribble.
There we go, black as your hat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Looks as though it's all out, doesn't it?
Yep. I'm going to chip off.
Lovely to see you. Thanks for the help today.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you looking a bit grubby today, because Neil's looked a bit clean for my life.
Well, I dress grubby.
Yeah, I like to see it.
When in Rome.
Well, exactly that. I'll see you later, dude.
Bye.
Have a good journey, man. I think it's going to be nice again. Right, so the engine, I've emptied the oil out, and what I'm going to do a bit later is whip the gearbox off. I think what I'll possibly do with the engine is just roll it on its side and just drop a couple of the caps and see what they say, and as long as they're good I'll just put it back together again, because it fired straight up, this did. But the gearbox I want to get upside down, have a butcher's inside, see what's going on in there. What I'm going to do today is get in there and have a butcher's, have a bit of a chop round, chop anything I don't need away, and then have a bit more of a weld up. There's a couple of holes to be drilled down there as well. Well, I think spring has definitely sprung, because it's absolutely gorgeous again today. But it's good timing, because start getting this one underway. The sooner it's running the better for me, because it really gives you an inspiration if you can get something in there and running. I've already given this gearbox a bit of a clean up. As you can see, it's pretty tidy already. I cleaned out inside here. Right, bro, I can get right at everything now. Awesome. Last one. There we go. That's pretty clean there, doesn't it? How clean them pistons are. That looks like a new piston up there. What do you say to that? Perfect. That's sweet as a nut. There's a 4-bearing crank. I know I really should be taking one of the ends, because that's going to get most of the wear, but I'm going to whip this one out here because it's accessible. I don't think this is going to be any different. Oh, nice and tight. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, there's the next big end. There's a little scratch on it, but again it's got plenty of white metal. Just chuck that sump back on, because I'm going to need a gasket and I'm going to need a torque wrench, so I'm going to pop down and see Tom tomorrow and borrow his torque wrench, and I'll get a gasket ordered. While I'm out I'll get a bit more juice and I can finish cleaning this up, because everything's a bit smothered. I know it's not like me at all, but I think I'm going to paint this engine. Right, so let's see what's going on under here. I've had one of these Borg Warner gearboxes before on the back of a Rover V8. It was a 65, not 35, but it was load strong. I did drag racing with it and I did lots of burnouts with it, and it never missed a beat, so I'm hoping this one's going to be equally as good. They're not really fraught with loads of issues, and there's not a great deal you can do to service them. I think there's a filter in it. The thing is, I wanted an auto box for this because of being a cab over with a manual. It's so far back, and plus it's going to be a jelly mould. I'm sure it's not going to be fast. I think an auto box is perfect. It's going to have big brakes, so stopping is not going to be an issue. I've never actually drove a comma before. I've never actually been in one, not that I can remember. And a while back I searched Google, what's it like to drive a comma PB? And some bloke come back with, if you get a really big trampoline and you stack mattresses on it 10i and then you sit on top and do that, that's a comma. Oh, there's a little bit of oil in there. Look at that. That's not good. Oh, there's a magnet there. I suppose it just collects all the gunk, and it does, look. The only issue is if a bit of this has made it into the clutches or whatever. I really don't know how these work. I haven't got the faintest idea how automatic gearbox works, but I know they don't like dirt. Okay, so I've clamped one of these bits of wood on there, and I think that's where it's going to go. Just so it finishes at that edge, and it's got to kind of finish at the gutter edge here. It's nice being out here at this time of the night with hardly any clothes on. Daylight, yeah, cracking on. Looks like rain, but I don't think it's going to. So that piece is going to go across there, and that piece will curve round and follow the roof round, and that made that solid. A lot with these, they're out quite a way, but I kind of like the idea of keeping it all nice and flush like a van would be. Okay, so I went online last night, and the information on these Borg-Warner 35s is pretty limited. These filters are available. They're not all that cheap for what they are, but they're available. But what's concerning me is, you see how this one's broke up? The filter's there to stop bits going in. If the filter is the bits, where have they gone? Anyone knows anything about these gearboxes and what would likely be my best plan of attack, please leave me a comment, because I know nothing about these at all. All I know is it's very clean in there, and it's too clean for my fingers to be on. So I'm going to put this pan back on again, give it a wipe out, and I'm going to have to do a bit more research. Okay, so what I'm doing is whipping these seats out, because I'm probably not going to use them. And this gantry, if I take the roof off, I can put it right in, so when I lift the engine in, it's in exactly the right place, because we struggled a little bit when it was over there. And I wanted it to go in and out again, because when I put these mounts in, I only drill one hole, which wasn't very clever, so I need to lift him back in. I think I need to put different seats in here and put them way further back, because this would be lovely and comfy then, because there's plenty of room. But these are pretty good nick, these can go in the back. Look who's arrived up there. You alright, mate? It's funny, he comes every day and he always goes on my van. Let's see if I can catch him flying over again. What are you doing down there? Come up here. There we go. There you go, it's just there, look. Yeah? Yeah, good lad. I think the Fox Club's going to be out soon, so I'll get some footage of them boys. Got my RSJ slider out of the garage, and now putting the legs in now, I can wheel this straight forward and straight down, and this is the way it's going to be. I think I'm going to make this roof removable, then if I've ever got to do this again, that's what it is. That's us. Look at that! Yes! I can just let this down, I can make sure everything's in exactly the right place. Okay, while I'm here, I'm actually going to reposition this, because it was a little bit of a pig to get out. But to do that, I've got to put carbs on, so yeah. I'll let that paint go off, and that'll give me exactly the position of where these are now. There you go. That's going to go there. And then the same this side. Friday morning, and I most certainly need a haircut. I can see why Whitey always comes, because I look a bit like a pigeon. Monster! What was? How are you? I'm good. Cheers, dude. Before I weld these up, I'm going to trim them up, get rid of some of the excess material. Right, that's got them in there. They're nice and solid. And I've welded a bit of a gusset on either end. Welded under there, I don't know if you can see that under there. And then I've got some fuel, giving this fella a good clean up. Okay, this is starting to get there now. I took the distributor and the fuel pump off just to get in behind, but I'm going to get the toothbrush out and get in all the nooks and crannies next. But another good clean, and that'll be ready for paint. I've ordered a sump gasket for it, an oil filter, and I've ordered some paint. So next time I'm going to be painting this and getting it in there. Hopefully I'll have the info I need on the gearbox, and hopefully that'll go straight on the back and there'll be no issues with that. As the wiring is still all in here, I'm going to wire up the engine, and so then I'm making it all, put it all back together and get it started. So I think what I'm going to do is continue on with this next week, because I've gotten into it now and I need to spend some money on him. So I think I'm going to carry on, and that will push this on just a little bit further. But if you want to see any of that, you're going to have to tune in next time. So make sure you hit the old subscribe button. If you want to help me out and support the channel, get yourself over to my shop and get yourself a lovely Oak Swamp shirt. Anyway, massive thanks to Jim for all the music, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you dudes next time. Hang loose.
Hang loose.
Also, I've got to think about fitting a radiator in here before I get too closed in. So my mate Joe came down to pick his running boards up the other day, and guess what he bought me? Saturday, and I'm feeling a bit dog-eared as I was up editing all night, but Joe's arrived.
Hello.
I've never seen a man come so quick for a pair of running boards, Joe.
Oh, I came running.
So what do you think of the shrew, man?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I've got to have a seat if I can.
Yeah, help yourself, hold on.
I'll stick the windscreen in though.
Yeah, no, I'll lift that up. Oh, there's a couple of spaniels on there.
Easy.
Go on, get yourself in. Well, that's the sort of idea, Joe. Yeah, look where your hair is compared to everything. You'd need hair nets for sure. You really wouldn't want to have it running around, would you? It's tiny, isn't it?
That's awesome. Taking in the view. Just the fact that these posts line up with the wheels when you're sat here.
It's nuts, isn't it?
Brilliant.
But you see, you get in there, it's tight, isn't it, obviously, because it's little, but
Yeah, I like it.
it's surprisingly big inside.
Thicker at the end as well.
They get thicker.
Yeah.
What, like tapered?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Is that good?
That was perfect for me.
Ideal.
Yeah. Nah, perfect. Thank you very much for that.
No worries, just throw them in. Oh. Joe's going down the village for fish and chips. You just watched my video, haven't you? And it made you want fish.
Funnily enough, that is exactly what it was.
You wanted fish and chips by the seaside.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some bits. So my friend Justin gave me these.
Oh, did he?
It was Joe's
What,
garage.
these radiators?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
If you want them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was going to keep this one, and I thought, you know what, it's never going to happen.
Oh, that's
So
really nice.
I thought you could make use of it for
Oh,
riding.
will that go in front of?
It's a Cirque one.
That go in front of that Austin 10 engine.
Well, that's
wouldn't it?
kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, Austin
So
8,
it's
9.
There's this one as well if you want it.
Yeah, that's a huge monster.
It's quite a
isn't it?
beast, isn't it?
Yeah,
But again, it
that's
just
a
looks, it looks pretty.
Oh, that looks really
I was
cool,
tempted
doesn't
to
it?
put
There he goes. Nice couple of rads Joe's brought up for me. I'm in the tractor by the look of them. Because they're really thick. I like this little one the best because he's tiny but he's really heavy. Got a big old case around him. Tractor.